Welcome back everyone to Magius Plays The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time we got to Kakariko Village. Now, we've got a fair bit of stuff to do here. First things first, we need to get some better gear. And the headband's nice, pants are nice, but this shirt is definitely not cutting it. Now, because we got the bandana earlier, the special garments of the Clary collection. Stealth chest guard is highly recommended. So, different pieces of armor have different stats and different effects. Isn't that lovely? It's a limited edition, enchanted exclusive. Your footsteps are nearly soundless, so it's perfect for hunting and stuff. Offers very little defense, and right now, defense is a really major concern for us. It's also really expensive. I don't want to sell nearly as much stuff as it would take to get that, so I'm just going to go with the Hylian tunic, which we can definitely afford. And I'll go ahead and grab the Hylian hood while we're at it. Just in case. Now, as you can see, the Hylian tunic has a defense of 3 compared to the defensive 1 that we had before. And this completes out the set. I'm going to keep the climbing bandana on because that actually gives us some benefit. But it may not be of much use for much longer. Now, the next thing we want to do is head right up here. And you can see the shrine beacon going off. And yes, indeed, there is a shrine right around the corner here. This is going to be a very useful shrine to us throughout the game, because we will be coming back here a lot. Not just because of the easy access to the goddess statue that it has, but for something else as well. Well, and we have a fair number of quest objectives here that we'll need to do throughout the game. Now, this shrine is all about teaching you the combat. In here, we have a weapon and a shield. The Eightfold Blade, which is a single-hand weapon, which deals a pretty nice amount of damage. And a Shield of the Mind's Eye. So I'm going to go ahead and drop off this shield, because why not? Actually, you know what? No. Let's drop the rusty shield. Don't need that right now. And we have a Guardian. Well, Guardian Scout anyways. Our objective here is to basically get through the combat tutorial. Need to time this correctly. That was not timed correctly. Oh, come on. Why do you keep jumping back? There we go. Time your jump correctly, and unload a boatload of attacks on it. And also do a backflip, which is particularly helpful if they do a horizontal attack. Anytime now. That's not a backflip. There we go. And once again, and lay out a bunch of attacks. Okay, apparently it didn't like that, so let's do that again. And finally, we have the move that we used against the Guardian earlier. Hold up your shield. When it attacks, you parry it, and you get a few free attacks. Finally, a charged attack. We used a few of these in the time. Charge it up. And deals a fair bit of damage. Now, if we're jumping into all those hoops, we get a Guardian Sword, which Guardian weapons tend to be fairly fragile, but deal a whole lot of damage. Especially once we get to the enhanced weapons. Get a few more pieces of ancient tech. And another opal. It's going to be a while before we put most of those to use, but it's good to hold on to them, even this early on. That gives us our 4th Spirit Orb. But we're not going to go to the statue quite yet. There's one more thing up this way that I want to take care of first. Perhaps more than one, depending on what's spawned in on the way up. We have that. Let's head up this way. And let's see if any of the, shall we say, money spiders have spawned for this run. No, not looking like it. Ah, there is one there. Yeah, you see those pop up? Hit them with an arrow. Doesn't really hurt them, but it causes them to drop a whole lot of rupees. Not really enough to justify going out and hunting them all the time, but enough to take a shot and see what you get each time you come in here. This isn't the only place they spawn. They do spawn in a few other places around the world, but this is the one that we'll be seeing them the most at. Now, we also have some fairies flying around here, which work just like any other Zelda game. If you have one on you when you take lethal damage, flies out and heals you up. You can also use them as part of some cooking recipes, which apparently doesn't kill them, and adds a lot of hearts to the recipe that you're making. They don't really get you a lot of money if you try to sell them, though. So, I would definitely not recommend trying to do that. If we come up here... Boy, sweet boy, please listen to my story. Okay. I am the great fairy Kotera. This place was once a beautiful spring, but as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. As a result, my power has abandoned me. I'm nearly powerless now, so I beg your help. I need rupees to become whole again. All I need is 100 rupees. Once my power has been restored, I can help you do great things, boy. Now, if you have rupees, hand them over to me, quickly. Yes, this is what we needed to save up the rupees for. For the first one, you only need 100 rupees, which is really easy to come by. The rest of them, a lot more expensive. The second one is 500, third one is 1,000, and the final one is a whopping 10,000 rupees. However, the reward for paying them that much gold is very much worth it. Each one that you unlock lets you power up your equipment one more level, and that has a massive impact on how much damage you take when taking on enemies. So, just one mushroom short on that. I'll be able to get that pretty quickly. But, as you can see, each item has a certain list of stuff that you need to upgrade it. The Armor 1 stuff cannot be upgraded. So I'll just upgrade what I can for now. Because we've only unlocked one of the Great Fairies, we only upgrade one set of stuff, or up to one level. As you can see there, the defense bonus went from 3 to 5. Not that big of a boost, to be sure, but it's better than walking around with just with the low armor that we've been dealing with. I'll just need to upgrade the trousers. I have absolutely no problem upgrading all of this stuff and paying this money right now because, well, this puts it on par with the next set of armor that we could get. And really, most of the stuff you're going to be seeing is this level of quality. Now there's just one more thing for us to take care of before we call it an episode. And that's a big old cutscene. Well, that and get our next heart container, because 5 hearts is definitely better than 4. I can just drop right down here. I didn't stop that quite soon enough. Oh well. Talk to the statue. Get a heart container. And there we go. Full 5 hearts. 13 defense. 15 if once I actually upgrade the climbing bandana. I'll definitely need to get more of the rush rooms for the rest of the stuff. Now, she has a number of quests for us where we can bring her a number of ingredients, mixes them together, and gets you the ingredient. It's not a bad quest. And if you're not familiar with the cooking system, it can definitely be helpful to see, okay, this is what the ingredients are, this is what they make. However, once you get the hang of it down, don't really need that. However, since we're right here, might as well go ahead and do this. Huh? Cocoa smells swift carrots. This is for you. Meal gets cooked up. And we get a part of the meal. Heals 2 hearts and boosts your speed. Every few days, she pops up with another quest for ya. It's generally worth doing, especially if you're not familiar with the cooking system in here. You there! Who are you? How dare you trespass upon Lady Impa's abode? Is that a Sheikah slate? But that would mean you are... No, it's not possible. Can it be? Please forgive us for behaving so rudely. Of course we have heard the legends from Lady Impa herself. Please, friend, go ahead and step inside. Yep. This is next bit of the story. But before we go in there, I'm going to go ahead and grab some more stamina shrooms. Probably not going to end up using them at all, but... well, I might go ahead and fix up a couple of stamina restoring meals, just in case. But the way I play, I don't really run out of stamina all that much. Up here... a man? Huh? Is that... it's a Sheikah slate. So yeah, Paya is very shy. Some might find that adorable, some might find that annoying. It is what it is. But she's not the one we came to talk to. No, we are here to talk to Impa.
So, you're finally awake. It has been quite a long time, Link. I am much older now, but you remember me, don't you? Ah.
What is the matter? You're looking at me as though I am a stranger to you. Those eyes, they lack the light of familiarity. It is I, courageous one, Impa. Surely you must at least remember the name Impa. I see, so you have lost your memory. Well, it matters not. In fact, that may actually be a blessing in disguise for the time being. Dearest Link, please come a little bit closer.
Oh.
100 years ago... yes, 100 years ago, the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed. After you fell, Princess Zelda's final wish was to place you in a sacred slumber. And then, all alone, she went to face Ganon. Before Princess Zelda went to nobly meet her fate, she entrusted me with some words she wished to say to you. I've been waiting 100 years to deliver the princess's message. However, these words, which the princess risked her life to leave you, well, if you are to hear them, you must be prepared to risk your life as well. But I am afraid that burden may be too much to bear while you are still without your memories. I leave the choice to you. When you feel you are ready to receive the princess's message, return to me. Well, why wouldn't I be ready now? The words that the princess risked her life to impart to you, I cannot pass them on to someone who lacks conviction. Are you prepared to risk your life for the greater good? Yeah. Ha! Not a memory to your name, yet you are as intent as ever to charge forward with only courage and justice on your side. You have not changed a bit. Once a hero, always a hero.
Oh.
Very well. Since you have lost your memory, I will recount for you all that has happened.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages. This evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess. With the passage of time, each conflict with Ganon faded into legend. So listen closely as I tell you of this legend that occurred 10,000 years ago. Hyrule was then blossoming as a highly advanced civilization. Even the most powerful monsters posed little threat to the denizens of the realm. The people thought it wise to utilize their technological prowess to ensure the safety of the land should Calamity Ganon ever return. They constructed 4 mechanical wonders that came to be known as the Divine Beasts. They also built a legion of autonomous weapons called Guardians. The Divine Beasts were piloted by 4 individuals of exceptional skill from across the land. And thus, the plan to neutralize Ganon was forged. Upon Ganon's inevitable return to Hyrule, the princess and the hero fought alongside these 4 champions against this ancient evil. The Guardians were tasked with protecting the hero as the Divine Beasts unleashed a furious attack upon their terrible foe. And when the hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness delivered his final blow, the princess used her sacred power to seal away Calamity Ganon. Yeah.
100 years ago, in preparation for the full-told revival of Ganon, we strove to follow the lead of our ancestors of 10,000 years prior. But, in the end, despite our best efforts and careful planning, we underestimated his power. In order to avoid ever making that grave mistake again, the princess left you these words. Free the 4 divine beasts. That is what she said. 4 divine beasts? The 4 divine beasts are the ancient Sheikah weapons wielded by the 4 champions who Ganon defeated. The divine beast Va Rudania, controlled by Daruk of the Gorons. The divine beast Va Meadow, controlled by Rivali of the Rito. The divine beast Va Ruta, controlled by Mifa of the Zora. And the divine beast Va Naboris, controlled by Urbosa of the Gerudo. It would be extremely ill-advised to face Ganon without the power of the divine beasts to help you. You must infiltrate the divine beasts that were stolen away by Ganon 100 years ago and bring them back to our side. More information about these divine beasts can be found by locating the 4 races scattered across Hyrule. And there we have our main objectives. The Sheikah Slate will guide you on your way. You must go where it tells you and meet with each leader there. It seems to me that your Sheikah Slate is not yet complete. The device Princess Zelda left you is your guide and also your memory. Now, let's see. Someone at the research lab in Kakariko Village might be able to help you. Kakariko Village?
Oh,
The location shining on the eastern edge is Kakariko Village. It is a small village, one of the very few places that avoided suffering significant damage during the Great Calamity. You are Princess Zelda's only hope, and Hyrule's as well. You cannot turn back now. Follow your heart and seize your destiny. And with that, we have the 4 main objectives and a side objective to complete. I'm going to take on that side objective first because, well, that gets us a few things that are going to be very useful along the way. But that will wait till next time. At which point I'll also have this headband updated, or upgraded, and I'll maybe have a few other things under my belt as well. So until next time, Magius out.